Back at it again in the ACC. Let's go to our missions. And let's find out, where do the bees sleep? This is an important mission because this is the mission where, and I'm not even kidding, go check the achievements on Steam, go check the trophies on PS4. This is where most people stop playing the game. I'm not even kidding. On PlayStation 4, I believe it is... I think the numbers are 60% of people did not complete this mission. The achievement only has like a 40% collection rate. And then on Steam, it's the opposite. It only has a 60%. So you can kind of fudge the numbers and round that. Yeah, literally half the people who have touched this game in their lives beat this mission and then go no further. And I think that's kind of weird because this is where the plot starts. Remember Skullface? Remember Metal Gears? Remember, like, yeah, look, Skullface right there. It said it. It just spoiled it. What the hell is a Sahelanthropus? I don't know. Yeah, the opening credits spoil stuff, by the way. So just be prepared for that. But yeah, this is the mission where the game actually gets started. We're gonna start seeing plot happen. So it's really funny that this is also where I guess most people stop. Another thing to point out is we need to secure the Honeybee. Now this game uses made-up weapons that were, from what I remember, it's hard to find information on this nowadays. They were designed by a Japanese airsoft company. My head-ass tinfoil hat theory is that the plan was to have this airsoft company design a bunch of iconic weapons for Snake & Co. and then sell them, you know, as toys to people as like a promotional tie-in. Resident Evil does this, for example. All the guns in Resident Evil are like kind of made up based on real stuff. Some of them are real, but they started to become more made up over time. Famously, the Lightning Hawk is the Desert Eagle. I could mess with these dudes over here, but I don't think I'm going to because, I mean, time is of the essence, right? So I think the idea basically was to sell replicas of the weapons in this game and also not have to license, not have to pay a firearms manufacturer for the license to use real-world weapons. But then, since, you know, Metal Gear is most popular in the US, the thing is, a lot of states, including my home state of New Jersey, consider airsoft guns to be actual guns, legally, so you need a firearms license to do that, to actually own one, and Japanese airsoft are super illegal because they don't have the orange safety tips. So I think that plan ended up going nowhere, and that just means we have a bunch of weird made-up weapons when it should be real-world weapons, because guess what? The Honeybee is their legally distinct Stinger missile. And yeah, basically the US is giving Stinger missiles to the Mujahideen to fight against Heinz. Do you get it? Do you know anything about the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan? Do you get why that would be significant? Yeah. It's interesting. It's genuinely a very interesting plot point that just kind of happens. But I think it's kind of cute that instead of a Stinger, they call it a Honeybee. So let's take a peek over here at this little scene unfolding, because this might look familiar if you've seen the pre-release trailers for this game. Let's just wiggle our way down here. That animation was used in an early trailer. By the way, that didn't look great the way I got down there. It's fine. That animation was used in an early trailer. But it took place in Camp Omega and was US soldiers with one of the yellow-suited POWs. So It's weird. It's a weird bit of asset reuse. No one's really sure if it was meant to be this the whole time. There we go. Now, unfortunately, that's made them all angry. So they're going to start going a little crazy there. Hopefully I can get up and help that guy before it's too late. All the pro gameplay clips of this, by the way, is just a bunch of that stuff. I don't think it's particularly interesting. Like, I'm doing some top-level gameplay here by approaching this mission like so. Okay. This game's weird. Anyway, we gotta start making these guys fall asleep. Yep. Oh. There we go. Because we want to talk to this buddy. Shut up. Oh. There's some floating objects there.
Free. Surrender. Down on the ground.
Yeah, we'll grab some C4. Hey, I said down on the ground. You listen when Snake tells you to do something. Here's a cutscene most people don't see because they don't rescue this guy. Is an important cutscene too, actually. You know where this is?
Is he mute?
Oh, he's not talking. Why? Why would he not be talking? Why would he not be talking? What's up with that? He can play charades, though. Gun, big gun. Shoot it like that. Boom.
He knows about it. This is our chance.
Yeah, okay. So this, right? You know, it's like there. It's a sheer cliff, but for some reason, he marks it exactly where it is. Yeah, worth it to save this guy for a number of reasons.
We know the location of the target. It's on your iDroid. Head on over there and retrieve it.
I forgot to change my Fultons again. That's fine. That's fine. What's up? Oh. Hey. No. Come on. Oh, that was the wrong item. Well, that's fine. I meant to throw, I threw a bait bottle at him. What I wanted to do was throw a magazine at his face. Because that can sometimes knock dudes out. But that's fine. We'll make a cool horse escape. We know where to go now. Look at this. Ocarina of Time. Hell yeah. That's fine. Listen, it's a tactical diversion, right? They're going to be worried about a guy over there. No one's even going to be able to guard against, you know, our infiltration over at this place. Now, again, there's smaller outposts like this. But, like, why would I even go there? Look how far we have to go. What am I going to do? Make the mission take longer on purpose? Those mountains look pretty cool. That's not how people play video games, right? An experienced player is not going to do that, and an unexperienced player also isn't going to do that because you're going to want to, you know, pardon the pun, but beeline it. Now, if you come across something like this, I mean... This is different, right? Because they're in our path. But if something's not directly in the player's path, the player's not going to interact with it. It's a really basic game design thing that it's shocking that they didn't understand. So we can hold dudes up like this. And you can do cool things like that. That's cool, right? That feels very Metal Gear. That feels like something Snake would do. I like that stuff. I like that stuff a lot about this game. You could do things like that in prior games. It was a little jankier, but you could still do it, and I did things like that a few times. It certainly looks a little cooler in this, but that's the thing, too, is most people aren't going to do that. I've seen a lot of people play this game just as a third-person shooter. Oh yeah, speaking of which, you can fire from horseback. That's pretty sick. You're almost never going to do it. But it's something you can do. Now again...
Enemy gunship. A single burst from his machine gun can cut a man in half.
Oh. Get used to that voice clip. We're going to hear that a lot. We're given a choice here. We can take the low road and kind of avoid this, or take the high road and deal with these boys. I'll deal with these boys. Again, we're not necessarily doing a speed run. Alright, it's over here. Oh man.
Surrender. Get down.
Alright. Because I like the sneaking. I like sneaking. What can I say? I'm a simple boy, like I said. If I can crouch walk and hold dudes up and toss them, I'm gonna have a good time. Might not have a great time, but I'll have a good time.
Surrender.
Again, though, you know, you can't loot Goblin. They're dropping stuff for me on account of the mods. Which is nice, and again, personally, I think it's really cool that with mods, right? Because this is the game that you can approach any way you want, isn't it? It's the game with infinite possibilities, except for when there isn't. And the thing with this game that is cool, that you can't make use of without modifications, is let's say I just don't have any weapons here, right? Let's just say I don't have any weapons at all. I go in completely OSP. I can grab this man's gun and hold him up, and he'll he'll drop items. Such as here, he dropped a magazine. So then I could pick up that magazine, which would only be one magazine. And I could also grab his gun and take it with me. You see what I'm getting at here? It creates a really cool way for you to play the game. You can play it completely OSP. That rules, but it sucks. Again, let's bring back the fucks or sucks meter. That fucks, but it sucks that I have to use mods to get that. And I can't, in any good conscience, give this game, you know, an unmodified version of the game. I can't give it that as a benefit, because it's something that has to be added in. And it's very cool. It's very fun to play, whoops, missions like that. But it's not a feature that's normally in the game. So, like, you know, and it should have been. I think it should have been a feature to drop into any mission without anything. I'll probably do a mission or two completely OSP just to show how it works. But, you know, even MGS 3 and 4, you could choose to unequip all of your weapons and items. So even though you had them, they were only a menu away, you could at least go into the mission without anything. And oh right! Peace Walker, you could also drop into a mission without anything. Which in Peace Walker means you could kind of soft lock yourself and you'd have to restart the mission because some of them were, you know, tank battles. Can't exactly fight a tank barehanded. Anyway, we're almost there. We're almost to our location. And it's kind of cool. So I saw a lot of people, the way like a lot of people played this when it first came out is they just dropped into the open world and just ran around. And so there were a lot of posts where people would find locations like this and be like, whoa, I found this super cool place. And then people who actually, you know, are used to playing Metal Gear, there we go, for the story and everything, would be like, yeah, dude, like the 5th mission in the game takes you there. It's like the set piece of that mission. And then people would be like, oh, that's so cool. I wonder what other secrets are there. And people who actually played Metal Gear prior to this game were like, dude, it's mission 5. It's really early on. So it was interesting to see two very different, you know, audiences. Let's just use this real quick. Okay. There's this guy here. You know, two different audiences would experience this, and half of them would be like, oh, that's so cool, and the other half were like, did you guys even play the story? Which is also, you know, probably why, like I said, you got different takes on the AI and the difficulty. Because to me, man, this game really is easy as hell. By the way, look! These finally work. It's the same asset from Ground Zeroes, it just didn't work in Ground Zeroes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of taken back to that every time I see this area, is seeing a thread of people being like, whoa, that's so cool! What other secrets could be hidden? It's like, no, it's not. It's a set piece, brother. It's a set piece. The game directs you here. Have you never played a video game? But then when you look at the status for all the different platforms and the achievements and everything like that, and you notice that, yeah, no, this is where half of the people just dropped off. It makes you go, oh yeah, no.
Free. Down. Answer me. Stop talking. So where are they?
Oh, cool. He spilled all the beans. Sometimes they only answer one question. So this is one of the rare indoor areas. It's kind of cool. It's like these big ruins, which is based on a thing in real life. The game both excels and flounders in these areas because it's the most Metal Gear, but it's again where some of the holes start to show. Can't fight a tank barehanded? Not with that attitude, you can't. Well, maybe we'll get a robot arm that lets us punch a tank. We do get something that does that. It would take a long time, but I guess it depends on the tank. There's that guy there. He's guarding stuff, but I'm not really going to mess with him. More diamonds. It's like a fist-sized diamond. Little bats. Can't eat those, though, unfortunately. But, I mean, we're Solid Snake, right? He wouldn't really eat that. Like, it's kind of cool, right? Because look at this. We get all this, like, verticality and elevation. We can get the drop on dudes. It's not bad. It's like, it's actually kind of cool. I wish there were more areas like this in the game. But here's the thing. If you get an alert here, it's not great. Oh yeah, here's another thing that's still back. It's a little harder to do. Because, see, remember MGS4? We could crawl up to a ledge and enter hanging mode. Here we gotta do that awkward little song and dance. Not quite as smooth. Not quite as fresh. Why are you just looking at that, sir? Another thing that's a little odd, choking dudes out doesn't keep them down for too long. The knockout punch keeps them down much longer, which feels wrong to me. I feel like it should be the opposite. I feel like that's not how close quarters combat works. I feel like punching someone in the face compared to putting someone in a sleeper hold. You know? You can accidentally kaput someone putting them in a sleeper hold. So I don't know. Which you could do that in MGS4 as well if you hold them long enough. Look at this. We got the sun coming in. We got this water. That's pretty nice. Also, yeah, speaking of MGS4, here's what our playing dead pose is. That's it. It doesn't look any different, but it makes our camo jump up like 10%. You have an invisible camo index in this game also. It's more based on your position and if you're in shadow. Everything works in 10% chunks. It's not as dynamic as MGS3. Or even as Peace Walker. Faster option should not also be the longer lasting option. Yeah, just game design wise, right? Like, it's faster to do that. It takes longer to choke dudes out. So, realistically, choking them out should be higher risk, higher reward, but yeah. Anyway. Since we helped, I believe that character's name is Silent Basilisk. Since we helped him out, he told us exactly where this is.
Call the chopper from your iDroid. You are not to use the honeybee.
Use the honeybee, got it. So this is pretty funny. This is the mission where Kaz and Ocelot become the angel and devil on your shoulder, where basically Kaz is always like, "Boss, whatever you do, don't do that." And then Ocelot goes, "I don't know, boss. I think it would be pretty badass if you did. I think it's something the big boss that I know would do." And it's just every single time. And it's very funny because, yeah, you kind of never want to side with Kaz. Now, I'm going to side with Kaz here and preserve the honeybee ammo. But most of the time, it's like, Kaz is like, "We need to kill that bastard no matter what." And then Ocelot's like, "I don't know, boss. I mean, we could make him do war crimes for us." And it's always a better option to make him do war crimes for us. I don't get it. I don't get it. This is cool. Again, this is something we could do before. Not quite this good, though. Couldn't really move around this good while using a man as a meat shield, so...
Down on the ground.
It's neat. It's neat to be able to do stuff like that. Again, I think the sneaking is actually pretty good in this. But man, it's not how, like, anyone plays the game. Oh my god, a cutscene! Holy crap, wait, this game has those? Whoa, 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 back it up. Back it up just a little bit there. I forgot. Which, again, yeah, it's funny because this is the first time we get a real cutscene, and this is, like, where most people stop playing. It's like, what? This is where the intrigue happens. Psycho Mantis. Yes, that's another mod. It replaces that unknown psychic boy with the gas mask with Psycho Mantis' model from MGS4. Oh, geez, what's that? Oh, look, a giant robot hand that we wouldn't have known about if we listened to Kaz and just extracted that guy before he told us that he built a giant robot hand for the new weapons platform. I wonder what the new weapons platform could be. Certainly not a Metal Gear with a big pair of robot hands. Dust doesn't fall up. Neither does our bandana. Oh, we're upside down. Now, boss, you should stick your dick in that blender. Big Boss always loved sticking his dick in the blender. He'd call Eva on occasion. Oh, he'd call it Eva on occasion? Oh dear. I don't think that's...
You look well rested.
Oh my god, look at this. Remember this guy? Holy crap.
My. How you've changed.
I'm Solid Snake
You became
now.
a demon for such little weapons as that?
That's not even grammatically correct.
Well, I'm sure you'll see the bigger picture eventually.
No, could you take some time to explain it now? Because I think we need that. Oh god, are we going to kiss like in Spider-Man? I don't like the texture of your lips. I don't think I want to do that.
If you get out of here alive.
Weird to see this lit up. Think all my Skullface scenes except the last were at night. Yeah, so... that's both cool and lame.
Rest in peace this time.
That, yeah, the cutscenes can change. Yeah, this track's
See
pretty
you
good.
in hell, boss.
The cutscenes, they don't have, like, predetermined lighting, which kind of sucks because it means there's no proper mood. It's just a big robot with a hand. Come on. Is that really a mystery?
What the hell was that?
It's a big robot with a big robot hand. Look, it's got Metal Gear legs and Metal Gear hand. All right, anyway. Yeah, but then the problem is with the lighting in the cutscenes reflecting whatever time of day it is, yeah, you don't get really deliberate looking scenes. It's cool, but then you miss out on intentional color grading. Oh my god, by the way, hey, did I ever tell the story? I know I did. Did I ever tell the story about how many arguments I've gotten into with people on the internet who have told me that this isn't the zombie game? What the hell is that? That's a zombie. That is a zombie. People have played this game and call it 10 out of 10,
What's he doing to that
and then they
soldier?
don't even know that there's zombies in it. And when you tell them there's zombies in it,
They're everywhere.
they get mad at you and say, no, that's Metal Gear Survive. And then when you go,
Goals are too fast.
no, I played Metal Gear Survive, those were nanomachine creatures. There's actual real zombies in Phantom Pain. And they go, no, there's not. I never saw them. And then you go, well, how far did you play? And they go, I only played the first couple missions, and then I messed around in free roam for 20 hours. And then you go, well, you didn't really play the game now, did you? All that to say, yeah, we got zombies. There's a lot of plot about the zombies, actually. Also, we're going to escape with the honeybee because I want to get the bonus points. And that's as far as you need to go. It's not really that difficult to get out of
The
there.
rest is cleared, and it looks like they're gone. Then bring the target back.
Another thing about the color grading of this game, it does look pretty for the most part. But I don't know, they went for like the photoreal lighting, so we don't get like the cool stylized lighting like other Metal Gear games had. One of the things I praised MGS4 for was the fact that every act had its own color grading, its own color palette that made it feel distinct. Instead, yeah, look at this beautiful, idyllic, bright blue sky that we had that, like, wacky, goofy... that cutscene filled with zombies and robots in, you know? And yeah, the mist took over, but now we come out into this blue sky and it's like... Normally a game would do something like that, symbolic. You know, the sky is fair and blue above everyone's head. And like the sky, my soul is clear. You know, but instead it just kind of happened because that's how we did the mission? I don't know. Am I getting a little too rambly, a little too ranty? I actually do like this mission. I think it's a good one. It's one of the most memorable missions to make. Just for one, because where do the bees sleep is really funny to say. Survives Zeds. Having the nano head spike is such a solid design. Yeah, I genuinely think those monsters look cool. They were designed by Masahiro Ito, so, you know. Why did Skullomania... why didn't Skullomania just shoot you with one of his cowboy guns?
Great work.
Great question. We got a B rank. Took a little too long. You can do that much faster, and in fact... Hey, the honeybee never changes where it is. So you can just do this mission once, realize you got a B rank, and then go, maybe I just want to go and do that again, and just go and grab it and get the hell out of there. So, you know, game balance, a little weird. That cutscene works better when it's getting dark because it's less apparent that it's just a dust cloud. Yeah! Again, Suiko is right. We need the fucks or sucks meter. By the way, we can say fuck again on videos on the internet. Apparently, that change has been undone. It's okay to fuck.
So this unit in the mist.
Yeah.
Their speed, the way they jump, it's not human. And those deformities.
They attacked the Soviets too.
And that Grim Reaper look-alike in charge of them. That giant thing that carried him off. What the hell are they?
Cypher.
No.
What do they want? What's their objective?
No, they're not. No, we explicitly know they're not Cypher. Are you guys all idiots? Whatever. We got the honeybee.
There's one more thing troubling me.
What happened to the Hamid?
Exactly. Whole squads of hardened Mujahideen killed without a fight, and no trace of BC weaponry. What does it all mean?
Oh.
That's what we're here to find out.
Yeah,
well,
right.
this bad story
If we really
game with
need to
no
know,
story.
it will reveal itself.
You know, remember, it's the good gameplay, bad story game. Well, if you've been paying attention, I pointed it out a couple times, but every now and then we'll come across a soldier who appears to have a cold. And we even heard a conversation about that. And Silent Basilisk, you know, the guy we helped out, told us where the honeybee was. He wasn't talking. We also saw zombies show up. And weird parasite soldier, skull men, and all kinds of weird stuff. So you might actually notice that, believe it or not, this game has foreshadowing towards what the real plot is. And yeah, people just don't pick up on it. I don't think this game has a great story. But again, I think calling it the good gameplay, bad story game is just... neither of those is really accurate. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind for the future.